I'm too excited to see the results. I'm going to show you two pieces. This is the Monopoly board. I use Gematria in the Monopoly board because all I need to do is to get to the train station and number 5. With a dice cube I get 6. I get just to get on to the other side with 6, or I can go on number 1. The number 1 position over here. Don't look at these numbers yet, please. That's what the dice gets to do. It gets to do the opposite side of what it is, 1 and 6. The other side of short line, I think it's North Carolina, and 1, Boardwalk. If you're using 1 dice, but we use 2 dice, you cannot get to this area right over here. That's the Mediterranean with 2 dice. The minimum you get, okay, is 2. And that's why every corner owns the first 2 properties at every corner, because that's the minimum dice you can get. Where you stand and the 2 equals to 4. The corner is 0. Where's 0? It's in the corner of 1 and 4. It's in the corner of a 4 block. It's in the corner of 2 and 2, 2 and 2, or 2 and 2. It is 3 parts, 3 cubes, and 1 cube. MDV, the delta angle, takes up the whole corner. Double deltas, right? The mountains, maybe it's the point or the mountain. Double deltas, double D's. What goes inside of double D's? You got to put together the whole thing, the whole reality of the world. It's like Shrek, but you got to put it back together again. Imagine the center where the train is. Imagine if the train leaves the station. He goes to the right, he gets 2 and 3. Because he gets to go to another depot. 1, 3, and 5 are all depots. 1, 3, 5, and 3 are all depots. 7 is the main departure. It's like going from main station. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But 2 and 1, 1 and 2 are inside the delta angle. A and B is inside of D. 1, 2, 4. The cat gets the corner. So at the same time, 0, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to a total of 10. The corner owns the first 2 properties. The first 2 properties consist of 4 and 4. Each property gets 2 squares. Each corner gets 4. It now gets 1, 2, 1, 1. When you get 1, 1, it's 1, 1 off the corner, right? I'm not going to switch your minds right now how it works. Now what I'm going to do is, instead of going 0 in the corner, okay, we're going to start the corner off valued at 4 because it's the point of the delta angle. Excuse me, we're going to start it off at 5. Hold on a second. Now I want to switch everything. We're going to start it off at 8. And start it off at 8. We're going to go 8 where the 0 is. Then we're going to go 7, okay, and 6. So 8, 7, 6 are inside this piece over here, equaling to 21. 8, 7, and 6, okay. Then we're going to see, watch this, 8, 7, 6, 5 is where number 3 is, Electric Company. And this is Marvin Gardens. Everybody's watering the flowers. 8, 7, 6, 5. 4 is in the same area. This one, 4. Oh, that's Waterworks. Wait a second. I just said Electric Company. Oh, yes, because of number 3 and 5. 3 and 5, remember, 3 and 5, Electric Company. Number 4, next to Marvin Gardens, is Waterworks. And Marvin Gardens and Waterworks goes together to water the flowers. Then 3, Atlantic Avenue and Ventnor. Then 2, Atlantic and Ventnor. And then 1 would become the train. Or do we start off at 7 on the train? I'm asking the question because there's many possibilities. 1 would be the train. Then if 1 was the train, next to the train, it would have to be 1 again. But how can the 1 be 1? We would have to start off at 2 because it's 1 with 2 with 3. 1, 2, 3, the next 3 numbers. The train owns itself plus this area and this area. And the train owns itself plus this area and this area. The train is 2 for 4 and 2 for 4. The trains own the galaxies, riding of the galaxies. NGC star constellations. 2 and 4. This one, okay, is This is a 1-4. This is a 2-4 because there's 2 areas to make 4. This is 1 area to make 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So this gets 2 and 4 is 6, and 2 and 4 is 6. 6 and 6 is 12. The trains becomes 1 and 2. The Mercury and the Venus is now the trains. And these are the other corners. Now, do we start off the corners and run it as Chaldean, where we finish at 8? If we went in gematria 7s, I would go after 3 gematrias, or the piano, okay, in the piano, center C. Don't forget, sorry, let me just say something different. You see where 2-1 is in the corner? Well, right next to 2-1, this corner is Kentucky and Indiana. The racing, the horse racing, that's going to be later on today. It's a funny day. The Pharaoh is probably going to be the favorite. The Pharaoh is going to be the favorite in that horse race. And today is is it the 16th? It's 11 days later after the king fell. That was me. It's the 136th day of the year. It's the day of light. It's the day of lightning. It's the day of speed. It's the day of P and H. It's the day between day and night. It is the 613 laws of Moses, where the touchdown starts on today. It is today, my friends, and there's a big race going on today. The next one will fall on 666, but today's horse race is going to be something different. Something's different. I'm going to see something different. I don't know if anybody else will notice it, but today they will say something different than they have ever said before. So this is the number of piano. When we get 14 in the piano, we've come number 14. I'm not talking dice 14. I'm talking a total of 14. 15 is right over here. Number 15 owns here, and it owns here. It owns 4 and 4. 15 owns 4 and 4. 4 and 4. 0, 4, 0, 4, 64, 64, 10, 10. It owns a square. It owns 10 by 10. You see the square? You can put a star system in it. Owning 1, you have H and I moving between the stars. But when you own 4 of them, you can now create a star. What is this? Ask Mary what it is. Into each corner, it's 20 by 20. So I have 10 on this side here and 10 on this side here. If I want to put 3 lines over here, 3, 6, 9, I cannot, because I must take 1 center line. So what I did, what I'm talking about, is if I want to put the face right of this in the center, I can't. I'm either going to be above or below. So I have to create a fantasy line. So I create galleries. So I just went outside by 2 squares, and I went over 2 squares on the inside just to make a borderline box. Okay, and now I'm making levels. This is the same 20 by 20 Mary was creating, okay, which is 400. But now I have to see what else I can do it, because 20 is a Mayan particle. There's something in the Aztecs that I've scheduled that's 20 by 13. I've seen this before, and I've done the numbers. I can relate them to anything I want. Okay, but this 20, okay, over here, if I go out to one side 21, I can now divide the middle. There'll be a center middle between this one over here. If I go out 1 to this way and 1 to this way, I can no longer do it. But if I go 1 over to this way, I'll now be 1 on the other side. But if I'm always shifting, 19, 13, 15, all these numbers, you can make boxes of, all even numbers, you make boxes of 4. All odd numbers, you make boxes of 9. The RFID, here's the 4 box, and the outside box four and 9 ID. So if this is 4 and 9 ID, what this is 9, and then it breaks down to 4, and it breaks down to 1, just a 1 little hole in the chimney. These are multiple levels. You see the way it goes from here, and it goes all the way over here. It goes from here, and it goes all the way over here. It goes here, and it goes all the way over. See, it goes all the way over here. 2 different levels. You're seeing it smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. What is the perception? So this is Mary's 20 by 20. So we're going into the corners here. So I'm going to eliminate this 20 by 20 and make it 19 and 19. This is 38, but this is actually 19 by 2. The extremities. This is 20 by 20, right? 20 to here and then 20 this way, but it's not. It's 20 this way. Okay, it's 18 this way. There's only 18 here. There's 19 here. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Did I count that right? Let me see if I put that in there right. Come on, don't embarrass me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, I got it right. So I'm just going to jump on just so I don't make a counting mistake, okay? See the way the 8 shows up over here? See the way the 8 shows up over here? It doesn't show up down here. Why? All I did was place the two areas together. So now, if you can see, I have 1, 2, 3 areas, 1, 2, 3 areas. I have 6 areas over here. If I really want, I can take 2 boxes, 2 boxes, and 2 boxes and make 3 areas high. And then at the same time, I can go by 12 if I want and create a roulette wheel right over here. 1, 2 boxes, 1, 2 boxes, and there'd be 1, 2 box here, 1, 2 box here. So 4 boxes will create one number. Let me show you how that breaks down. I'm going to do that here. I'm going to take out a green marker. You can watch me do this. And what I'm actually going to do is this. Let's just do it this way. And now you have your game. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can do 8, and with that, we'd get now in between, and this would be 1, 2, 3. So we can now finish these. And then we do the same over here, and the same over here, and then we'd finish it here. And now we have 12. We have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 3 is 36. So we now have 36 areas here times 4 equals to 144. 144 or 1,440 minutes in a day. 1440 times 40 equals 5760 times 40 equals 5760. That is the year 2000. What is left over in this board over here of your 20 by 20 that I used up 246? Okay, I used up 6 plus the add-on of the borders. So what the actual was, it's 20. And as you said, you remember you said 20 plus 4, but you're exactly right. It's 20 plus 2 and 2, the borders that you're not counting here because we're counting inside. We're counting height. It's like a closed book. You close the book over. So you now have 36 numbers over here. So now I can put the 36 numbers over here. I would trap 2 numbers over here, and then I trap 2 numbers here, and then I trap 2 numbers over here. Then I would trap 2 numbers here, 2 numbers here, and 2 numbers over here, and this is what it would look like. We have to see if there's any relativity in this. We have to see if there's any relativity in this. Let me see. 1, 2, then 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay, so what would be left over? I mean, is it viable? Can we do it? What is the reality of this? 1, 2 over here. Now, what we're going to be left with is we're going to be left with this outside row right here. This is all we're left with. On this side, okay, and on this side, Okay. We see we used it. That's not possible. How can I use it on one side? Let me see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. One line, two lines. This goes up here. This one goes green. Okay, so all of this will be 3 roulette boards. 36, 36, 36, 108. The parts we don't use, let's count it. Look, 2/3 are left over. 2/3 plus the boundary, and plus a boundary that we added on here we didn't need on this side. So you see, sometimes when I do something, we don't need the boundary on this side. We need it on 2 sides, because if we put a boundary on 4 sides, we can't walk in. We put a roof, and we put 2 walls on each side, and then we put the passageway, the corridor to walk through. So here's your 108. This would be your 110 stories. 111, 108 equals 111. 108 equals 168, which is 7 days a week times 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. 108 times 52 equals 5616. But this is a lie, this number. It's not 52 weeks in a year. It's 52 times 7 equals 2, 364 days a year. We're missing a day and a quarter. Anyways, we saw what I did here with the Monopoly and the counting of gematria, of how I turned Mary's little game into the 3 roulette tables, and the only thing left over is this and that. I put on 2 flaps on each side of 2 and 2, so this became 19. Okay, and I didn't hurt anything. I took out the even sides, so this ended up to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. This became 18, and this became 18 by 22. 18 by 22 of the beta worlds. 18 times 22 equals 2, 396. 396 rotation, which is divided by 84 equals 2. We didn't want to do it that way, but it's 396 divided by 4 equals 299, the number to Jupiter. Jupiter carries the 4 corners. Why does Jupiter carry 4 corners? Diameter, my friends. Diameter and size of Jupiter, and everything fits into one block, because Jupiter is a mind. It's all of our minds. It's in our minds. It knows our minds. It knows our own business. It's in everything that exists. It is Venus. A little steam, humidity, earth, a little magic of the truth, because the truth is the truth. When you mix this with this, this is what happens. You teach it. We teach it. Magnetics. Oh my God. We were taught that reaction. We know what to look for. And we taught ourselves. Is it getting easier? I don't know. So we did this piece here. And I did want to talk about one other piece. This is number 31. Or this is number 4, 40, 04. The question is this 41 or 31? Because the numbers we use is 31 to create it. 353 or 2 and 1 would be this. 353 would be from one side 3 to the center 3 to the right 3. This is in the dice cube. This is the Venus world, 2, 4, 6, and 8. 2 comes together, makes 4 and 6 inside of 8. 2 and 1, is this 2 and 1? 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 leaves us with 2 and 2. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 4, equals to 4 and 4. 88 times 88 is 4477. 88 by 47 is 4136. Creation of the delta light. DNA, 93 Saturn, the Spirit in Saturn and Zion, Israel, creation touchdown everything in this. 86 by 47 is 40, 42 is 46, 42, equaling to 88. The word 88 in French equals to 47. 47 by 47, Moses was born in 2209, 2269, the day of Exodus, or the year of Exodus, if you want to put it that way. 1551 years later, 47 by 33, Jesus was born, number 74, Christ age 33, but he really died at the age of 36, because this is the number for the moon cycle inside 57. The moon cycle equals to 3476. We don't need the 1 on this because it's the 1 that passes within. When you have 1 and 6 together, that's your original 7. The 4 and 3 will only create the 5. This will be 57 electric company. 2402, well, 2404 or 46, 46 again, and 42, the cat, which means something within the mind. 2269. 2021, 47 by 43 presidents. 47, 47, 47, 141. Birth, a 1-for-1 exchange. 1 for 1, 6 for 1. Zion Israel, whatever you want to take Zion Israel to be. The birth father. 123, which is actually 50 times 47 is 2350. 30 times 47 is 1410. CB codes. 47 by 30. Creation of the 50 stars. 50 and 30 is 80. Equals 3760. Jesus born, 3757. And then a few days later, it's the next year. So it's 3758. But he's born that year. So 5781 is ABC by 47. ABCD. ABCD 10, 17 from head to toe. The only ones you're leaving out here is 5 and 6. 5 and 6 is within 1 and 2. Within 1 and 2. 5 and 6 within 1 and 2. Here's 5 and 6 is with the train. Here 5 and 6, okay, it's in the corner between two parts, between the corner and a property. Here 5 and 6 is the same thing. They become the wings of 77. In this formation, this 5, 6 in gematria will be the wings of 77. And in bicycle playing cards, this will say 808 because this is the 8. Revert the 7 for being in between, put 8 on each side. We only need 1 7. When 1 7 shows up, you got both 7s. And you're freeing both sides of 8. You're going from one world to the next. The dog and the cat, 26 and 24. I'm taking a look into the numbers. I'm taking a look. Yes, in time, or on a football field, you have the 55-yard line. How do you work the 55-yard line? We give up a yard each. So each of us get 54. 44 and 10. 44 and 10. But since we can't sit on 10, because 10, what it'll actually tell us, okay, is 16. 16 and 44 equals to 60. So in order to do this, now, each team will have to go 60 yards, not counting their goal line. So every team passes each side by 5 yards. I'm on your side by 5. I'm on my side. We each get 60 yards of play. 50 yards plus 5, 55 yards plus 5 equals to 60, 60 equals to 120 yards, 2 time clocks of 60 minutes. 50 and 60, 50 and 10, 50 and 10. 50 becomes 56 and 10 becomes 16. 56, 66, 72, and 72, 144. And now 144, 1440 minutes becomes the day. What we can do with the 50-yard line and 55-yard line is to just understand a kind of formation that we can come on and each of us can get our own first down while only taking up half of your yardage and half of my yardage. But yet, remember the tip of the ball. I'm not sure if I did this in yesterday's. There's just so much. There's just so much. Aga. The first piano key, the seventh one is G. The first one again. It becomes 1 and 1, but this is the 8th key. 7 and 8 come together is 15. The ring connecting 7 and 1 to the next 7 and 1. This one is going to connect C. It's A and C must go together. When it comes together, you take this ring, you pull it all the way around, and you come to C, because C's holding 1 on the other side. They're opposite sides of each other, just like the Baltic and the Mediterranean. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.